Okay, so in this video, we are going to talk about how we can load tables into P5.js. And so your data set that exists right now as an Excel spreadsheet, how we can turn that as a CSV format and then upload it into P5.js where it can be read and drawn from. So a little refresher on my data set, as I've mentioned before. So this was my parsed data set all the way from module 4. And this is basically flowers that bloom in winter. So the main data categories that I had season at first from like the full list, like the full larger data set, but obviously right now it's kind of redundant because I am focusing on winter only, so they will all say winter. But the other main categories that I plan to use are color, flower name, the month, the year, and then these were kind of when we were illustrating those Excel like formulas and if triggers and stuff like that, so the trues and falses, and so you can see all of that in our module 4 videos. Basically what I'll be doing now for me to prepare my CSV for P5.js is, so this is my full data set, I might just like start a new sheet in the same file. And then I'm going to basically copy and paste the stuff that I want into that sheet. So I'm going to copy that, and then in this sheet, I'm going to paste, but I'm going to paste as values. And so that's really important. I'm also going to paste my character count as well, just there. I'm going to paste it here as values. Cool. And then, so what I'm going to do now is, now that I have this sheet ready to go, I'll just file, save as, and I'm going to save it as a CSV. So file CSV, I'm going to name it flowers data. There we go. All right, and next we can start setting up in processing. So to do that, I'm just going to click on my processing icon in my doc, and then we're entering it. And so this is basically what you'll see. I'm going to skip that for now. And so welcome to this processing editor. So the first thing that you want to do is, so for me, I already have the P5.js mode installed. If you haven't already, it'll probably look more like this. And so this might be the first thing that you come across. And so what you want to do is you want to make sure that there where it says Java and then a drop down arrow, you want to click that drop down arrow and go to manage modes. And then you want to go into P5.js mode and you just install that. And basically that will give you a framework that will give you the template that we normally use for us to start a P5.js sketch. And so be sure to do that first. And so after you've done that, you will have the function setup and function draw as usual. And then the first thing we want to do is we want to save our sketch so that we can name it. And so I'm just going to press Command S or Control S. And so like P5.js, you can see that it has kind of what is called a sketchbook. And so in P5.js, this would be like your sketches, your My Sketches page. And so this is basically every sketch that you have, right? And so this is, so on processing, it's called the sketchbook, and you basically have all of your sketch folders here. And so I'm going to name my sketch data drawing. There we go. And save. And now, of course, before we get started, we need a canvas and a background. So let's go ahead and type in create canvas, window width, window height, and then background, probably there for now. So background, and I'm just going to give it a light gray color. And I've just opened a new browser window just to show you guys, but basically when I run this, it's going to output it into your browser window as usual. The difference is by default, it's going to show you in full screen now, which is great, so that you're not limited to just the small preview panel like you would be in P5.js web editor, but now you can look at your work full view at all times as you build upon it. And I can see that it's a window width and window height canvas with a light gray background like I wanted. So we're good to go.